Lam Nay Hilin Tagavin Nay Puilen.
Yes, it was a beautiful song. But what is the message that the cookie women, the cookie girls with this lovely song are giving out? What is the message?
The message one is God is helping us now and careful na. Always wherever we go also we are having to me and
Do you go to college or school?
college.
Yeah.
No, I'm still reading class 9.
You're in class 9. You're in school.
Yeah.
So you go to school every day?
Yeah.
Do you miss your old friends in the previous house? The Meitei friends?
I don't have any Meitei friend, but I have only cookie friend na.
When you were living in the foothill area in your previous village, then you had Meitei friends?
No, I don't have.
No, that time, before the violence.
Yeah, yes, I have, but how to say?
Do they call you now?
No,
Do they ask about you, how you are?
no, we are not thinking about na.
How do you see the future of the cookie girls who are displaced after the violence, now living in relief camps? What is the future now? Do you see any future for them? You say. Where is the future now? What do you plan now?
My plan is now we have peace now. That Meitei and our separate now. We have time. I want to go.
You want to go back to your house?
Oh yes.
What are the biggest challenge at this moment for these cookies who are in the relief camps, in the displaced camps?
Yeah. Our biggest challenge should be the government should send us back to a place where we first reside at our home. So we should be first settled at our original place. We should be sent back home, and our security should be provided by the government.
How are you making your needs, your daily needs, ever since you are in the camp? Many, head of the family or the young men in the cookie family, how are they surviving?
Survival is very difficult at the moment. We entirely depend on the government for our needs. Even now we are staying at the relief camp. Our daily meals are being provided by the government. Other than that, we don't have much of sources where we can meet our requirement.
So where are the young men of the family? Where have they gone? Where are they working these days? How are they making money? How are they making the needs?
We are working wherever. We earn money.
Kim Il-sung was 38 years. Khong Sai, age is not mentioned. Ginlal Zui, 25 years. And there is also ex-serviceman How Kip, 26-year-old. These all are the people who died post the violence till date. The apex body of the cookie, the Kotu, says nearly 190 people have died in this ethnic violence from the cookie tribe, from the cookie groups, from the hilly areas. And here in Kanpur, just before the larger town, as in we have seen in Sisipur, a wall of remembrance have been made out with a message that you sacrifice your today for our tomorrow. You sacrifice your today for our tomorrow. Committee on Tribal Unity, go to Southern Hills. That's Kanpur district. And they were buried. Their bodies were recovered. They were buried at certain places. And wall of remembrance, be it in Churachandpur or in Kanpur, have been made. The people have died from both the community in the violence, be in the Meiteis or the cookies. And of course, the victims are also on the both sides, be it the hills or the valley. The green mountain covered with clouds. This landscapes indeed makes Manipur one of the most beautiful northeastern state, but there's a shadow of violence that has affected thousands of the people who were victim of the violence and now displaced. In the hilly district of Kamkokpi, thousands of the people were affected during the violence. Several houses were burned, people were killed, and last year they were forced to flee from the houses that were built by their sweat and blood. They were living for decades, and all of them were forced to take shelters in the relief camp. Nearly after months, the center government arranged a prefabricated house somewhere in the hills of the Kangpokpis. And here hundreds of those people in the different camps, these displaced people are forced to survive. There is no source of income, there is no source of livelihood. All they have is this prefabricated house with electricity, with water, and that's the only thing they have to survive. With a concern and a question, how long their life will be at standstill. After crossing the valley, once you enter in the Kangpokpi district is the area or the district dominated by the Kuki tribe. The Kukis live in the hills, and ever since the violence started, several houses, villages were burned following the violence. When there was a threat to life, the Kukis, displaced, and they reached to hills, taking shelter in relief camp in different places. Over the months, center government arranged the prefabricated house. Many of these children were born in the relief camps in prefabricated house. They do not even know where the house was and what their future is going to be. And that's the life concerning situation. One of the worst humanitarian crises for the people of Manipur, for the Kuki tribes who are affected in this ethnic violence of Manipur. Not only the houses, the properties, those are the fragile structure. The relationship between the families also broken. आपकी फैमिली में कौन कौन था और आपके हस्बैंड कहाँ हैं?
मेरा फैमिली में तो मेरा माँ है और मेरा पापा तो नहीं है और बड़ा भैया है और एक छोटी बहन है. बहन भी शादी हो गया ना.
आपके हस्बैंड? मेरा
हस्बैंड तो मैते है, वो इम्फाल में रहता है और हम यहाँ पे ना. हम दोनों तो डिवोर्स हो चुका है.
ये डिवोर्स का वायलेंस के बाद हुआ या पहले?
पहले हुआ है.
पहले ही हो गया था. तो जब उसके बाद उन्होंने कभी आपको फोन किया, कभी हालचाल लेने की कोशिश की, आपके साल में है?
वो तो कभी कभी पूछता है और इस बार तो इतना ज्यादा भी बात नहीं करता है. मेरा मालूक ने मना किया था. तभी हम लोग मणिपुरी लैंग्वेज यहाँ में यूज करने से वो लोग गुस्सा होता है ना, इसलिए हम लोग बातचीत तो करता है, कभी कभी करता है. आज तक तो नहीं किया है. आजकल ना लास्ट ईयर में तो किया था.
First it all started with the violence. How deep the humanitarian crisis is for the people of hills, the Kuki tribes?
See, well, as you can see around, they have already escaped from their hometown, their villages are burned down, their entire, they have to abandon that village because it's not safe now. Anytime there can be an attack again. Anyways, their houses are burned. What else is left? What is there left for them to live there? So they are here every day. Even here, the livelihood is very difficult. With they don't get enough food and some daily life materials. So
who helped them to get this prefabricated house? How did they reach here?
Actually, yes, it is a center who helped them, but it was also very difficultly, not very easy. Yeah.
Okay. How the life have been in the relief camps for nearly 1 year? Because this, I believe, was created just few months ago. So how the life have been?
It has been very difficult because before this they have been staying in villages like schools, community halls, and some like temporary holes we set up. So that's how they survive.
I see a very newborn baby infants here. So in this camp, how many people are here? How many were born here?
Around the inmates here, around 700 inmates here.
700?
Yes, 700, around about 700. And it's been more than 1.5 years now. They have been settling like this in this situation and condition. So there has been a death also. There have been 4 deaths.
In this camp?
Yes, there have been 4 deaths. 2 male and 2 female, old and kids died here. And we also have like 10 new baby bones here.
10 babies were born?
Yes.
And how those 4 died?
Not only here, that is here, but besides this also there were baby born while they were escaping from their village. Just imagine. So here, there were.
How did they died here in the camp?
Due to sickness, because there was lack of medical facilities. There's no proper hospitals or even clinic. Nothing is there. As
Supply is already disconnected with the valley.
there's no medical facilities. So yes, it's very difficult. They cannot have proper treatment. No medicines available. Yeah, that's.
In every conflict, the victims and the caught in the crossfire are the children, the women, the innocent people, the elderly people. And that's exactly what I see here in the state of Manipur. Be it the Kuki or the Meiteis, there are innocent people who are caught and who are the victim of this violence. Thousands of the people are displaced, and here in the hilly areas, those Kukis where several people were killed, houses were burned, villages were burned, were forced to flee from their home turf and now living in this makeshift relief camps, the prefabricated house somewhere in the hills, with a question that when this violence will settle, when they will restore their previous life. And the question is from the highest authority in the government. Somewhere in this hills of Kangkok, PV Satya, this is Ashutosh Mishra for India Today.